Well, at least you tried, Jets. You made it entertaining for the first period, I would say, and for parts of the second, too. But let's be real. That first period of hockey against the Leafs tonight, it was fun, and that's all you could ask for. I guarantee that there were most Jets fans out there, if not almost all Jets fans, that did not have a lot of hope going into tonight's matchup. We just came off of a back-to-back where we won both games, but barely, against two really bad teams in Arizona and Buffalo. And we come in to play one of the hottest teams, again, on a back-to-back night, after playing Buffalo, where we barely beat them, and there are some questionable decisions that get made. Eric Comrie starts this game. Now, I'm not knocking Eric Comrie, because I'll say it right now, Eric Comrie was great tonight. I don't care that he let in 7 goals. Eric Comrie made a lot of key saves that kept this game from being really embarrassing. He really did. And it sucks to see his 5-game win streak snapped in this game, but I thought he was actually kind of okay tonight. And I can't believe I'm saying that in a game where he allowed 7 goals, but he was okay tonight. I actually liked the way he played for most of it. This whole game just kind of was fun for me. And at the end of the day, I don't really care because I didn't expect them to win. And they made it entertaining and they lost to a top team. And that's all you could ask for when your team's mediocre, right? When your team's inconsistent and you can't guarantee a win, even against the worst opponents like Arizona and Buffalo and all the other bottom feeders in the league. It's fun when your team can play like this against Toronto. I still don't have much faith in this playoff race, but it was fun to watch this tonight. Blake Wheeler, back-to-back nights, he gets an amazing game winner last night, even though he was a goal thief in that game as well, but an amazing shootout winner, just completely slows down the clock and just stops basically on a dime and just undresses Anderson. Great goal. And tonight, just undresses, embarrasses Mark Giordano, and a beautiful goal. It was turn back the clock night the last 2 games for Blake Wheeler, and I enjoyed watching that. Not to mention Paul Stastny with a great veteran heads-up play, makes it 2-0 pretty early on, and it's a fun game at that point. You can't say anything other than that. You're getting good plays. Sanford, as well. He gets another assist. He's looked pretty good. I don't think he's a top 6 guy, let me be clear, but at the same time, I liked him tonight. Not to mention Morgan Barron makes his Jets debut. He's got a goal and assist in 5 games with the Manitoba Moose. This is his 3rd game in a row. The Moose had a back-to-back before being called up to play tonight with the Jets. He didn't play a lot, and he wasn't really out there making a ton of presence. Let me actually pull up his exact minutes that were played. But yeah, he only played 5 minutes of ice time, but Harkins only played 6. He got into a little bit of a scrum there. It's just nice to see Morgan Barron playing. This is the guy we traded Kopp for. We got a good return in that blockbuster. I like to see him, and I would have liked to see a little bit more of him tonight. Hopefully we'll be able to get some more games with him before the end of the season. To be honest, I'd rather see games with Barron over like an Adam Brooks, because at the end of the day, Adam Brooks is an NHL guy, I really believe, and I think he'll be great on the Moose and will be a leader on the Moose, but Morgan Barron is going to be a part of this team's future, hopefully, in that bottom 6, so I'd like to see more of him. And that's kind of just how this whole game was. Little positive individual moments here and there. You get a good goal from Nikolai Ehlers. You get some good play from the Leafs as well. They get some entertaining goals. Gio redeems himself in that first to make it 2-1 with his 7th of the season. Nylander has a 2-goal night. It was a fun game. This was a fun game to watch. And I don't want to see any Leafs fans going off about this game and blah, 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 because the refereeing tonight was terrible. The refereeing was terrible for the Jets and the Leafs. The 10 minutes in the 3rd period where they put the whistles away was some of the worst officiating I have seen all season long. They literally did not call anything. You couldn't have been more obvious. There could have been literally a head collision, and they would have kept play rolling. It was terrible. Terrible game for officiating. Across the board in all periods, that 3rd period especially. You guys won the game. Matthew gets 50th. I'm happy. I'm happy you guys won the game because it was a fun game and you probably deserve to win it in reality. I haven't pulled up Money Puck, but I guarantee you that it was probably like a good, 65 or up % chance out of a 1,000-game simulation that the Leafs win this, and with good reason. The Leafs played a very dominant game and they won 7-3. When you score that many goals, you're gonna win and have a dominant performance. There's not much to say about this game. This is going to be a shorter video for tonight because at the end of the day, this game was fun. I enjoyed it at times. I didn't enjoy it at times. It wasn't perfect. Don't get me any clean started with that. I'm not going to even get into it, but it is what it is. This is a Jets team that we've seen play worse games against worse opponents. They held their own at times and they ran out of gas. It's the most cut and dry way you could recap this game is that the Jets came out strong on a back-to-back night where they barely beat Buffalo, but in a pretty good fashion in a shootout. They ran out of gas against the top team in the East, or one of the top teams in the East, excuse me. I think that's pretty good, all things considered, especially considering that I didn't even have the Jets winning this game by anything or even being in it for a little bit. The fact that they led 2-0 and were looking pretty good in that first period gave me some excitement, and I bet it gave a lot of you some excitement. Like, we have a very tough schedule coming up. And even though it's very unlikely we make the playoffs even with this loss, and even if we won this game, it would be very unlikely. This was like a game where, like, if we won, it's like insane for the playoff odds. Like, this is a game where, like, whoa, we won. Like, it would be big news if the Jets won. So if they didn't win, you know, there's nothing to hang your head in shame with. You kept it close. You ran out of gas. This is a team that's been way worse against way worse opponents. So at the end of the day, I'm happy that I got to watch the Jets play some entertaining hockey, and you should be too. Because at the end of the day, the season's winding down. We're going to be without hockey all throughout the summer, and we still got to wait until the CFL season starts up, NFL season, and MLB is finally kicking back in. But, you know, without a playoff team, it's not going to be much fun to watch hockey. And hockey is always fun in the playoffs. Don't get me started on that, and don't get me wrong. But when your team's not in, it's not as enjoyable, I would say. At least for me, but I'm enjoying these hockey games still, and this was a fun one that I could enjoy. So at the end of the day, I watched the Jets play. They lost. They kept it close against a top team on a back-to-back night, and there were some fun moments in here. The Wheeler goal was good. Adam Lowry getting a 10-minute misconduct at the end for Wayne Simmons just being a complete baby. Like, I'm sorry, but there's like, a minute left, and they're just whining. It's like, Simmons, if you want to go at him, just fight him. Just try to do something during the play. Like, you're just whining back and forth. It was just funny moments like that in this game. Playing against the Leafs, you're always going to get these moments and these little instances that happen throughout the game and even intermission with the fan base online, if you're involved in that and everything, where it makes these games kind of fun at times. Sometimes it can be very toxic, but I felt like tonight was a good balance, and I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed talking with the Leafs fans that I did. Jets lost. It sucks. But at the end of the day, they probably weren't going to win this anyway, and they're missing Kyle Connor and Nate Schmidt still, so... And Eric Comrie was in net, and he held his own for a lot of this game. Can't ask for much more than that. So why don't you let me know what your thoughts are on this game and the whole Jets season, and what are you looking forward to, and what are you going to take away from every Jets game as we get closer and closer to the end of the season, closer and closer to that playoff window being completely closed. What are you going to keep watching? What's going to make you keep watching the Jets for the rest of the season? I'm very curious to see what the fans have to say. So with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe regardless of the team that you root for. Follow my Instagram, Twitter, and check out all the other affiliate links down in the description below. As always, have a great rest of your night, Jets fans and hockey fans alike. Go Jets, go. Peace, love, and positivity as always, and bye-bye.